Yeah. Well, speaking of writers now, this is an interesting topic now. So we have multiple studios. They are looking to explore AI in terms of generating scripts based on books and other public domain IPs over actual writers. So just simply put, what do you think of AI writing films?
No, I saw this news on Twitter, and my entire feed for a good portion of 3 or 4 hours was everyone was clowning this, saying it was stupid and dumb, and studios are getting worse and more sillier and all that kind of stuff. And I agreed to an extent, but I didn't feel as strongly about it as other people as well, because you got all this other writer stuff. We just covered that off, all this writer stuff going on, and then this gets announced. It's like it doesn't look good in terms of the writers wanting fair pay, fair conditions, and studios like, oh, we're gonna have AI write it, and you can proofread that for us. It doesn't sound good. My advice or take on this per se is more aligned with it should be the other way around in terms of what the news that was announced was that AI would be writing scripts from, adaptions and sources, and, when it's adapted from a previous source material, it would write new scripts, and then the studio brings on a writer to polish it up, make sure it looks good and all that kind of stuff. It should be the other way around. I do believe AI can be an incredibly valuable tool for writers and should probably be implemented. I mean, just think about our day-to-day lives and ChatGPT, how, that can really be beneficial. Instead of going onto Google to look up something, you can just go to ChatGPT, it just gives you the answer straight away. So
it's a godsend for work.
Exactly. So it can be extremely beneficial. Think about someone, like, I don't know, or we'll just say Christopher Nolan, to prepare for writing one of his scripts. There's a lot of research that needs to be involved. Something like Interstellar, even Tenet to a degree, learning about those concepts and understanding it.
The scientific nature.
Yeah, AI can really be beneficial in kind of bypassing it or speeding up the process for research and studying different parts of it, especially when, it's basing films off a historical context and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's really great there. AI has access to so much information in terms of tone, writing styles, all that different stuff. So it can really be good for, for an analytical purpose. Like a writer writes a script, submits it to an AI, and then AI can analyze it and just be like, try this, or, alternatives for this because it doesn't align with that, or how did this character make that decision? It's not explained, or something like that. AI can point out things that is missed in the script writing process.
Yeah.
And, it would save the time of having hundreds of, or not hundreds, but tens of drafts, So AI should be used as a tool, not a replacement. Yeah.
I agree with you in that regard. I mean, we've used ChatGPT as a piss take and some sort of stuff, and the way it writes is very AI very robotic, where it's just a short sentence, full stop, short sentence, full stop.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. And I don't think that sort of writing, there might be better AI platforms out there. That's not ChatGPT, but I think that's just the most popular one going around at the moment.
Yeah, that's a big one. Have you asked it to write a script before?
No, but I'm going to do it as soon as I get home.
Yeah, no. I did that. It was just it was when I first discovered ChatGPT. I was like, write a script of Michael Scott in the MCU or something like that. And it just did it. And it did it in the script way.
Yeah.
It was interior, this place and stuff like that.
Oh,
so,
did it?
Yeah, it can write scripts, but I mean, I don't know how good. I haven't tried writing a very serious and gritty kind of script.
Yeah. Well, in that case, if it can write it well, I think the other point that I was going to make is that the entire story of a film is essentially the director's vision, unless they're adapting something like what this news is, a book like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But just in terms of, because we know it's going to go into the other original content. Like the director's vision is the story,
Mm.
and then I assume they have bullet points, and they go to the writers and they're like, this is what I envision, write me
Yeah.
a script.
Yeah.
I think humans would be able to write a better script tailored to the director's vision, because they can just keep coming back and asking questions and whatnot
Yeah.
than what AI can.
Yeah.
Because I think AI will just literally work off those points, but I think an actual human would be like, okay, you wrote this, but I think this could be something better.
Yeah.
So I'll try this and see what the director says.
Yeah.
So I think that is a real positive for having actual human writers.
Mm.
And I think you are right. Like, I think it should be written by humans and then tweaked
Yeah.
by AI
Yeah.
in the end, so to speak.
No, I definitely agree. I think human creativity is impossible to replicate by artificial intelligence. I don't think it can happen, because human creativity is just, there's a special element to it that, you know, it's brand new thoughts and all that kind of stuff. It's just, it can't be done by an AI. It's to the point where, like, you know, you ask AI to write something and you can tell this isn't a human writing it. It is, as you said, robotic and structured and almost boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Humans, they add a very, you know, nuanced and personal touch to when they use creativity to produce art, in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very convenient how we got the announcement of Harry Potter being 7 seasons each book now.
Don't say it.
This has come out.
Don't even suggest it. No, don't look at me like that. Oh, we need to be on camera so we can get these, like, people can see us teasing each other. But no,
I think James knows where I'm going with this, and everyone else knows where I'm going with this.
I would lose my mind. I would. Oh man, I'm not thinking about that anymore. I can't think about it.
Topic for another day, but
No,
very,
never.
very convenient. Anyway.